Wall Street has had a monopoly on your money for over 200 years. New York, 2 exchanges, that's it. Until now, Texas just opened its own stock exchange, backed by BlackRock, Citadel, Goldman Sachs, JPMorgan, $270 million in capital. And nobody is talking about what this actually means for you. Here's a little story. 1792, a bunch of brokers in New York City signed a deal under a buttonwood tree. That deal became the New York Stock Exchange. Fast forward 230 years, we still had basically 2 choices, New York Stock Exchange or Nasdaq. You want to list your company publicly in America? You go to New York. That's the game. And those exchanges charge whatever they want. So what does Texas do? Texas looks at the 230-year-old monopoly and it says, that's cute. They build their own exchange from scratch. Got SEC approval in September 2025, launching full trading in 2026. And by the way, this is now the most well-capitalized exchange ever submitted to the SEC. Now, here's what everyone is missing. People hear Texas Stock Exchange and they think it's some regional side project. It's not. Texas already has a lot of Fortune 500 headquarters. It's the second largest financial employment hub in the country. Companies are relocating there at a pace that Wall Street should be concerned about. The Texas Stock Exchange is also doing something interesting with its listing standards, stricter than Nasdaq in some ways. They'll actually reject about 1,500 Nasdaq-listed companies from qualifying, but friendlier to founders and others. Lower compliance costs, streamlined rules, confidential pre-application reviews at no cost. Translation? They want quality companies, not just any companies. Now, which industries are moving the fastest to position on Texas Stock Exchange? 3 of them. First, AI, because the companies building it needed capital at scale and speed that old exchanges were not designed for. Second, robotic, because the hardware-software convergence is creating a new asset class investors want access. Third, fintech, because fintech companies are literally built on new market infrastructure. Listing on an old exchange is like running new software on a 1990s machine. These are not the industries following Texas Stock Exchange. They are the ones that needed it to exist. And since we are talking about AI, robotic, and fintech, for transparency, I happen to run a company called Jenacie AI. We build automated trading systems for global financial markets, automations, multi-asset classes. And when I look at what Texas Stock Exchange is building, a new exchange, new market structure, new order flow. For a system like ours, that's signal. When liquidity starts migrating from New York to Dallas, even partially, the algorithms that adapt the fastest win. Now, what the market is becoming. Markets evolve, systems adapt. We will continue building for what comes next.